Hello everyone. So today I saw the movie The Lone Survivor, and this is basically what I thought of it. The story is this: there is four Navy SEALs, and they are operated in Afghanistan for a very dark and covert mission to neutralize a high-level Taliban operative, and yet at some point in the film they get ambushed in that, and they are trapped in the mountains of Afghanistan. And that's basically the main film's premise, or the main idealistic of the story. And here's what I really like about the film. Of it. First things first, I'm a big fan of this genre. The dark, very realistic and very modern war films. Films like Jarhead, Zero Dark 30, Black Hawk Down, and Three Kings. And I think it's actually on the same line of those films, even though those are all really great films, and I'm willing to admit those are. I just really like that type of genre. The cinematography is excellent. It's really excellent. It goes from dark and gritty to very realistic, what you see in normal war films, to light and spectacular and very angelic at parts, because it makes you seem like, oh, you're waking up and you're just seeing the sun or something like that, or the fresh colors of the trees. It's very real and very beautiful in its own sense. The cast is top notch. I'm sorry if I'm reading it off here. Mark Wahlberg, Ben Foster, Eric Bana, and Taylor Kitsch are all very good, and they give performances of their career here, especially Mark Wahlberg. This is my favorite of his movies. This is just a great performance from him. Everyone wants to. The dialogue seems so grounded in realism. It's very memorable, and it's like dialogue I would never forget. Pretty much because it's such a memorable stuff in this film. And it's really appreciative of what it says and takes into advantage of the film. It has such a good intentionalized respect for it. And something else I want to add to this film is that whenever, I hate to say spoilers, but when some characters do die, it really makes an impact on you. It's like, oh my god, like the way some of these characters go off screen, it's so beautiful and yet so sad to watch at times. It brings me to tears, maybe. It almost brought me to tears at one point. And the appearance of this film is very gory, or it's very violent in some sense. It's not gory. It's unforgettable. It's tense. It's hard to watch and compelling all the way through. It never loses focus, and it keeps you on edge from the beginning to the end of the movie. And I think the running length of the film is actually very good. I never felt like, oh, that was too short, or no, I'm like, oh my god, it needs to wrap up. I felt like, no, this is just the perfect amount of time. It's 120 minutes. And I think that's just a great timing for the film. It really tells it gives enough space and gap to tell a full-length type of motion story, which is very good. And this is, of course, based off a real mission in 2005, which I needed to say that before. I'm sorry. That's basically all the good things I want to think about this film. Unfortunately, this film does have a little bit of flaws, I admit. The first thing I want to say is that sometimes it's a little hard to suspend your disbelief of what would happen. Like, sometimes these characters would just fall. They have to hurt and get so damn injured. And once they get back up, I'm like, what the hell? But for me, it kind of never got to that level of being distracting. But now when I look back, it kind of seems a little too obvious. Kind of regret saying that now. And the other thing I felt like I didn't really like about the film is that people who have seen this film, who have seen the film, as the intro or the beginning of the film, it kind of gives away the feeling of the story of what would eventually happen. But then again, the story wouldn't exist if that didn't happen at all. So I kind of have to get that. So I kind of have to criticize of what I just get from the film itself. But aside from that, Um, but aside from that, in the end, I think this is a very, very solid war movie with a lot of wonderful directing, great, fantastic realism, real three-dimensional characters, and is totally engrossing until from the beginning to the end, like I said before. And something else it really did to me is that it makes me really appreciate and really, really respects the intentions of the heroic sacrifices these men and women have to make overseas for both Canadian and the American Navy, or even just military in general, which I really admire and respect a lot. And I just want to honor and respect those people who have done that and who've lost their lives. I really appreciate them. So, and overall, I really think this is just a wonderful film all the way through. Overall, I will give this film probably, in my opinion, holy shit, this is kind of hard. Probably an 88. That's what I give it from an 88 out of 100 stars. Super good. So much to really enjoy about it. What are you doing? You're sitting about right now watching me talk about it. Get off your butt and go to your local theater and see it if you can, because it's totally worth your money to see. It's just a wonderful film all the way through, and I highly recommend it for anyone who hasn't. So until the next video, I'm out. Bye. See you next video.